morning and welcome to Cincy Lifestyle. I'm sorry, I probably scared you there at home. I'm so excited. It's payday and it's Friday and and I just got a little overexcited. I'll calm down now, Clyde.
No, don't, because those two things are reasons to celebrate, believe me, especially around here. Good morning to you, Mona.
Good morning. Hey, you know what? We found this great story about a Canadian man who created a new way for people with disabilities to get around in rugged terrain. So his name was Christian Bagg, and when he was younger, the mountains were his playground. But unfortunately, while snowboarding, he blew his T7, 8, and 9 vertebrae and was paralyzed instantly. Well, that was at age 20, Clyde. But the mountains kept calling, so he built his own wheelchair and later ended up designing an adaptive mountain bicycle that allowed him to reach speeds of 70 kilometers an hour. And he has sold one. He's got customers and people are buying these. It's a great way for people who are wheelchair users to just stay in the game and get active.
70 kilometers an hour, that's pretty fast no matter what you're in, but maybe, I don't know, as I think about it, I'm not that good. Dan, what's that? Oh, 80 miles an hour? Thanks, Dan, appreciate that. But anyway, I mean, that's good speed. No, we're just kidding. That's pretty good speed. That's pretty good speed.
It really is.
So, you know,
Good
Mona,
for him.
yeah, this whole conversation got us to thinking about what the future of wheelchairs is like. Some of them for sporting, some of them for just personal use. So look at that one, the wheelchair tank.
Whoa.
Absolutely, but I mean that really you're looking at an all-terrain wheelchair, and there are a number of things like that are either designed for sports or others that are just designed to make the use of wheelchairs a lot easier for the multiple millions of Americans who find themselves having to use that as a way to get around. You know, most of us think folks are in wheelchairs just simply because they can't walk any longer. Actually, for a lot of folks, wheelchairs is just a way to get around because their legs don't support them quite the way they used to. So, new technology coming that way.
You're right, and it's so good for it's just good news for a lot of wheelchair users who want to stay in the game and get active and stay active and do some things they might have done when they were younger. So it is a really good thing. And you know what, Clyde? Wheels are a major part of our program today. You've got wheels that raise funds and new life for some classic wheels. Is it PorschA? Do you know? Well, there is a right way to say it, and today we want to take you behind the scenes at HH Motorcars to set the record straight and see how this garage is bringing these beauties back to life. Allie has the story.
It's German, it's high-performing, it's head-turning, and not many auto brands can compete with its overall timelessness. We're talking Porsche. Wait, I mean PorschA. Hold on. Correct pronunciation, please?
It's PorschA. PorschA. Well, so if you imagine, like in the German language, Danke, right? There's an E at the end, PorschA, there's an E at the end, and you basically pronounce all the letters in the name, PorschA. And then, of course, if you go and listen to all the official promotional documents and stuff, it's PorschA.
Okay, now that we got that out of the way, back to business.
We're at HH Motorcars, where we specialize in the service and restoration of Porsche automobiles. So, as you can see behind me, it's Porsches from old to newer to, I don't know if you can see over there, to a lot more newer stuff, but we only do the service and restoration of Porsche.
HH Motorcars caters to pretty much every Porsche restoration and repair possible. They cover the basic daily services like oil changes and tire rotations to extremely complicated rebuilds that could take years.
Like that car in the back corner, that's the 3-year project. It's an RS, so it has a lot of specific things that need to be done to it. And say it could be anything from having previous wreck damage and the suspension being off, and now we need to get it back to a Porsche jig, which is where they put the body on there and get it straight back to how it would be. We don't have one here in Cincinnati, so sometimes there's lead time of sending something out to get it done and coming back. And even on that car, I went to Switzerland to research other cars that were similar to that car. So we get everything coordinated So it's all organized, because what can happen too is when you take the car apart, you need to make sure you have everything labeled together and pictured, because when you put it back, it might be a year or more before you put it back together. You're not going to remember all that. So the organization side of it takes a lot of time too.
And head upstairs of HH Motorcars and you'll find a wide range of Porsches organized for storage for the winter. Some dating back from the 50s all the way up to today.
This is a 57 356 coupe that we finished recently. Aquamarine metallic. It's a beautiful car, and it's just ready to roll for the road.
So whether it's a Porsche 911T or a Boxster, every Porsche owner has a special love for these cars.
Ultimately, the fact that when you get in that car and you start it, it talks to you. I get just thinking about it, I'm getting just the goosebumps thinking about it. That car talks to you as an extension of your body. You are in a car that is engineered well, that is designed for you to drive. Everything is simple and makes sense, and it communicates everything to you. You feel everything on the road, and it's a car that makes you want to drive. You're like, I need to find an errand to do because I need to drive my Porsche.
Well, right now I want to welcome Allie to the conversation. She's our own little classic beauty. Isn't that right, Clyde? And so
You
and
go
so,
for
Allie,
it, Mona.
Well, you know what? I really like the look of some of those cars. Did you have a favorite one?
I knew you were going to ask me that, and I don't have an answer.
Allie, you were in auto nirvana there, and you came away without a favorite?
Okay, let's break this down a little bit. So I have a need for speed to begin with. I love to drive. Cars have been such a big part of my life growing up, and walking into that shop and seeing all of, number one, a ton of classic cars, which is pretty rare, and then as well as some new, really, really new Porsches. I think for me, if I could pick, if I had all the endless money in the world, you know, one day I would love to have what you see right now, like a classic car like that. It just, it was in such clean, pristine condition. And then you also look at like one of the cars that was up on the rig right behind there to the left, that white one. This guy, you know, that's also an amazing car. But I don't know. I don't have a favorite. I knew you were going to ask me that. And like children, they're not even my cars, and I can't even pick one. But what's cool too is like watching Mike, the mechanic, and you know, who is an engineer of sorts. He's a master welder, because the silver one that I had showed you, he was building that entire body from scratch. So he would mold the parts, and then he would actually weld it. It's sheet metal, and weld it all together. So you want to talk about that being, like they said, it's a 3-year project, and why you have to be so organized. There are so many moving pieces of that. So every car there is so cool.
All right, well, okay, I did see 5 or 6 or 7 that I really liked on the floor. So if they ever have a giveaway sale, let me know. Allie,
I will let you know. I doubt it, but.
Yeah, I know. But thanks for that report. We appreciate it. We can dream.
Good job,
Allie. We can dream. Yep. All right, continuing on with our program this morning, neuromuscular disorders such as Parkinson's disease affect the nerves that control the voluntary muscles. Now, as a result, these muscles weaken and waste away. Unfortunately, there is no cure. However, there is one local military veteran who is helping those who suffer from Parkinson's live a better life with an innovative exercise program, and we wanted to revisit that interview. So take a look.
Innovative is the word. So right now, let's welcome Adam McGee, who is the owner of Alpha Neuro Fitness. Adam, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much for having me.
So we're all on the same sheet of music. When we're talking about neuromuscular disorders, give me an example or two of what we're talking
So a neuromuscular disorder that I work with, Parkinson's, MS, stroke could be an issue with a neuromuscular disorder, and then ataxia.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the exercise program that you have for Alpha as part of Alpha Neuro Fitness. What's that all about?
So I have a 6,000 square foot facility. I work one-on-one, symptom-specific training. The gait and the balance are the biggest issues with most of the movement disorders. Initially, it was a UC research project that I was involved with. I fell in love with what I was doing. I loved it. I loved seeing the progress that these people were making. I love having an impact in their life as well. So it slowly became my passion, and I took that passion and made it my own. And now it's just taking off, and I love every bit of it.
So give me an example of what an exercise might look like.
So an exercise that I would conduct with the balance training could be standing on a BOSU and playing catch. We're working on both hand-eye coordination, the balance training, and initially what I'm trying to do is force them off of balance. I don't want them standing up there for 5 minutes.
Sure.
I want them taking those steps off, their corrective steps, to ultimately prevent those falls from happening, because that's the biggest problem. With the movement disorders, trips, slips, and falls, my ultimate goal is to stop that and keep that from happening.
So what's the scientific understanding behind why this works?
So the multitasking, in essence, with the balance training, in essence, it kind of retrains the brain, rewires the brain to have those corrective steps become more natural. Those are the parts that are impacted with the Parkinson's, with the ataxia. They don't have the healthy transmission that you and I both have through the legs to help correct those steps.
Sure, and so you also train people who are suffering with these disorders, but you train some of the caregivers around them too, don't you?
I do train some of the caregivers, yes. The biggest benefit for my training with the caregivers and the spouses is they get a break. They get 1, 2, 3 hours a week. They don't have to worry about their spouse. They come to me, they can go run errands, they can go to the grocery, they can go take care of their business, and it gives them a break. They're on 24/7.
Sure.
And it's my chance to take over and do my work.
Well, for all the people who are watching this and who think this might be of benefit to them, tell them how they can get in touch with you.
Absolutely. My Facebook page has tons of videos, tons of pictures. My name and number is on there. You can contact me, call me. The website also, alphaneurofitness.com, has all the information you need. You can even schedule appointments through the website, and I would look forward to training anyone and everyone who has the courage to come see me.
Well, absolutely. This sounds like great stuff, Adam.
Yes.
Thanks so much for coming by.
I appreciate you having me.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Well, coming up here on Cincy Lifestyle, grab your bike. It's time to help our community. The annual ride for Dragonfly Bike Day is coming up, but it's going to look a little different this year, and we'll talk to one of the coordinators to see what you can expect. Then, if you have coffee or red wine stains on your teeth, we have a secret to share with you. Power Swabs may be able to help. We'll tell you how it works and more about a special deal they've got going on right now. So keep it here. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. A group with a long track record of supporting pediatric cancer patients and their families is providing you an opportunity to join the cause. The Dragonfly Foundation is sponsoring a bike ride fundraiser tomorrow, but because of the pandemic, there will be, well, a few differences this year. And here to talk with us more about it is John Wright, the coordinator for the Ride for Dragonfly Bike Day. John, thank you for checking in with us this morning.
Thank you so much for allowing me to be on the show today.
Happy to do it. So can you talk to us a little bit about how this annual event got started in the first place and how many years it's been running?
It'd be my pleasure. This whole thing evolved several months before Walter Superbubs Herbert passed away, when a friend of mine who is also now a co-coordinator for the Ride for Dragonfly was visiting in the neighborhood and saw Superbubs, and Superbubs had a tube hanging out of his nose, and went over to the parents and inquired if there was anything that he could do that he wanted. Turned out Superbubs, one of his last wishes was to ride on a motorcycle. My friend contacted me as he knew I had put on other motorcycle events, and I contacted some other people, and with their help we were able to put together in 2 weeks a ride for Superbubs. 2 weeks after my friend was there, we pulled out of his neighborhood on a police escorted ride with 70 motorcyclists and a police escort with Bubs leading the way in a sidecar. It was terrific.
Oh, I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was. So how does this year's event different from its predecessors?
This year, we had to do things a little differently. We start planning for this ride in February, and as you know, that's when the coronavirus thing started rearing its ugly head higher and higher. The more we tried to put things together for the ride, the more obstacles we ran into and restrictions on social gathering and whatever. The ride was originally scheduled for June. We postponed it to September, hoping we could get some changes, which we were unable to do. And because we could not put on a safe and successful ride because of the restrictions that we put on us, we had to cancel this year's ride, but we hope to come back next year with a ride even bigger and better than ever.
Yeah, let's hope so. Let's help folks understand what Dragonfly is in business to do. You help pediatric cancer patients and their families. So tell us a little bit about that and how you got started.
Sure. The tie-in here is that Walter Superbubs Herbert was a Dragonfly, and the Dragonfly Foundation delivers the best emotional, relational, and practical support systems for families affected by pediatric cancer. Some of the things they do, they try to make families' lives as normal as they can in the hospital stay and after. Some of the things they do is they provide tickets and to Dragonfly events, gift gas cards, new unused toys to the pediatric patients, and they provide personal gift bags, stuff that parents you don't often forget when you're racing to the hospital to get your child there. So they try to make the pediatric cancer patient and their families as comfortable as they can, as comfortable as life is possible.
What a great mission. So tell us one more time how folks can sign up to help out.
Okay, first of all, for more information, if you want to donate or find out what the Dragonfly organization does, you can go to dragonfly.org. Our Bike Day rocks on this Saturday from 11:30 to 5:30 at Queen City Harley Davidson in Fairfield. It's a family-friendly event. We've got two terrific bands playing. We've got food trucks. We've got Harley Davidson supplying electric bicycles for the kids to ride. It's going to be something different. We've got two terrific bands, Dirty Water Revival and Age to Perfection. So we're really hoping for a terrific turnout, because unfortunately last year we had to postpone the ride because rain moved in on us. So we hope everybody will come out and join us.
Let's hope so, John. Thanks so much for talking to us about this.
Clyde, it was my pleasure.
Our pleasure too, John. Mona?
If your teeth are yellowing due to coffee, tea, red wine, or even smoking, you need to pay attention to our next guest. She says a whiter smile can take years off your appearance. And I want to welcome our guest and our friend, Stephanie Yacoli, and she's here to show us an easy way to look younger, healthier, and feel more confident. Thank you for talking to us today, Stephanie. All right, so you have an important test you'd like to share with our viewers about their smile, so tell us about it.
That's right. You know, it's no secret. The first thing people notice when they see you is your smile, and this test really proved that. We asked a panel of people who they'd rather kiss, and we showed them, as you're seeing, the exact same photographs side by side, just digitally altered. So the only difference is that white smile against the yellow stained teeth, and it's just amazing how much it transforms you. You know, instantly makes you more attractive, more young, and even more healthy. So who doesn't want that? And of course, 100% of the men and women we asked said hands down they'd rather kiss the one with the white smile. So it can certainly improve your love life too.
Well, we're all for that. Well, you know, it also shows that yellow teeth can really not only affect your looks, but even your health.
It's very true. You know, you're going to get a beautiful bright white smile with Power Swabs. I love this product because it literally works in 5 minutes, and it's not just whitening your teeth. It has a patent technology to physically lift and remove stains, and it's so easy. You just pop the swab open and in a circular motion apply to your teeth for 2 minutes. Step one's removing those stains, you know, caused by coffee, chocolate, red wine, you know. These all cause, you know, stains, but you don't need to give up your morning coffee. Keep it, because Power Swabs is removing those stains. We're also rehydrating the enamel, clinically proven to cause 0 to minimal sensitivity by rehydrating the enamel. Biggest game changer for me when it comes to teeth whitening. And then you let that set for 30 seconds. You go right into step 2, same process. You just pop the swab open and in a circular motion apply to your teeth. Super easy.
All right, and Stephanie, you've got a great deal for us today. Talk about it.
Yes, you're going to save 40% off plus free shipping by getting the 7-day Power Swabs kit. And you're going to see an average of 2 shades whiter teeth just after that first 5-minute application, and an average of 6 shades over the course of the 7-day kit. We're also throwing in a free stain out quick stick, which is awesome because you can expect your pearly whites to last up to 6 months. But throughout those 6 months, use the stain out quick stick for little touch-ups here and there. And this is awesome because it's portable. You can put this in your purse, your pocket, travel with it wherever you go. And Power Swabs, by the way, works on caps, veneers. Unlike most teeth whitening systems, you can use it on bonds, you know, any kind of dental work. Normally, you'd have to go to the dentist's office, but you can use Power Swabs right at home.
All right, where can people get more information, Stephanie?
PowerSwabs.com or call the number on the screen to get that special offer.
All right, sounds good. Stephanie, thank you so much for talking to us today.
Thank you.
And be sure to stay with us. We'll be back with more Cincy Lifestyle on the other side of the break. Plus, be sure to check us out on Instagram. We post all kinds of behind-the-scenes pictures from here on the set and while we're out in the community. So follow us on Instagram at Cincy Lifestyle. Well, like we said, come on back. Quick look outside right now. Cooler today with highs stuck in the upper 70s. The skies will slowly clear throughout the day. Overall, it'll be another picture-perfect afternoon here in the tri-state.
Hey, Clyde, I'm looking forward to that. Hey, coming up next week, we've got a great show for you. It's a sweet idea with super cute treats. Yes, we're talking about the Hello Kitty Cafe truck, and it's coming to the Queen City, and we'll have all the information next week.
Plus, fraud is on a rise during the pandemic, so what can you do to keep your family's personal information safe from hackers? We'll talk about that coming up next week as well. And, oh, by the way, it's my turn to say goodbye, Mona, and I'm looking forward to it. So check us out at those addresses there and pray for me because I need all the help I can get. Have a great weekend.
Thanks for watching our video. If you liked what you saw, hit that subscribe button. You can also check out full episodes of the show you've never seen before or watch your favorites again and again. And as always, make it a great day.